Hello and welcome back to our lovely walkers for another remote Nordic exercise session. Before I start, I just want to remind everyone this is specifically for Nordic Walking East Anglia clients who have already done these exercises face to face with Mary or myself. Just remember to moderate them to your level and stop when you need to. So today's session we're going to be working on our back health, thinking about trying to strengthen, to stretch our back, all good exercises to support us. Nordic walking is really good for our back and this is going to support our Nordic walking. So the very first thing we're going to do is just think about our position, balance evenly right to left and back to front. Okay, so standing nice and tall, lengthening through the back of the neck, shoulders relaxed and down, and we're just going to rock onto our heels, up onto our toes. Spread the toes, nothing too strenuous, just rocking. We're going to pick up the poles, we're going to widen our stance a bit, and we're just going to do a really nice stretch up and away, pulling those shoulder blades away from your ears. Brilliant, and keep breathing. You're trying to stretch off all the way down the side of the torso. Keep breathing through the stretches. Think about getting as much length from the tip of your fingers to your toes. Keeping those shoulders away from your ears. So one more each side. And last one. Brilliant. Give those shoulders a roll. This time we're going to bring the poles up and we're going to twist. So again, controlled, twist round. Try and draw your shoulder blades down your back. So my feet are turning with me. And last one. Back, poles down, give the shoulders a roll. So we're going to now do our big circle, so poles up above your head. If you want to lower it and have a smaller circle you can, but we're trying to reach as high up as we can, and then we're trying to reach as far over as we can. So every time we do the circle we're going to grow bigger and bigger. So coming down to the bottom, all the way over the top. A little bit lower each time. Remember, you can bend your knees if you want to. If you don't bend your knees, it gives you a good stretch on the back of the legs. And you don't have to go as low, you can go just to your knees if you want to. So we're going to change direction. All the way over the top. Nice stretch for your back, just really slowly, taking it easy. One more big circle. And back up to the top, poles to the chest and roll the shoulders again. Give the legs a shake. So we're going to bring our poles across our body and start to do a kayaking action. So we're just going to literally, to begin with, use our arms. I'm not moving my knees or my legs or my hips, just my arms. And then I'm going to start to bend my knees, keeping those hands quite nice and wide. So we're starting with our shoulders, bringing our torso in more, and then start to dig deep. So you're kayaking down a river. Start to bend your knees, start to do really big circles over. Brilliant. Looking good. And you can feel that pulling your tummy in. You can feel that working your waist as well. So it's a lovely stretch off to the back. And then coming back up, a little bit of brain work, we're going to do it backwards. So pedaling your hands towards your face, stretching off the back. So keep that tummy nice and strong. My knees are just slightly bent. Really good. And last one, going back to a standstill. Big shoulder roll. So next we're going to think about tilting our pelvis, stretching off our back. So rounding it one way and then the other. I'm just going to put the poles down for this exercise and I will demonstrate sideways. So we quite often do this at the end of an exercise session after we've done a Nordic walk. So we can do a pelvic tilt tuck your bottom under you, hands come in front, and you're going to try and have your back in a sort of C shape, but equally you're trying to keep your shoulders away from your ears. Imagine someone's pushing your tummy button back towards your spine. Try and pull the hands apart, weights in your heels, remember to keep breathing. So we're going to do a big breath in, and as we come out we're going to spread the arms behind us. So into another pelvic tilt, stretching off the lower back, should feel really nice. Pulling those hands apart, big breath in, and as you breathe out. And one more, tilt the bottom under you, nice stretch, the lower back, keep those shoulders away from the ears, and big breath in, stretching off. Shoulders rounded and forwards. So next we're going to do the reverse fly. So we're going to stand side onto the camera so I can show you what I'm doing, and we're basically hinging from the hips with a straight back. So we're going to soften our knees and we're going to hinge over from the hips. And then your arms are hanging nice and relaxed and down, and the back of the neck is lifted in line with the spine. And then you're going to slowly bring your arms up to a flying position and pinch those shoulder blades together. And breathe. For the count of 3, 2, 1, and then back. So we'll try and do it a few more times. So arms nice and relaxed and down. Bring those shoulder blades together. One breath while you're up there, and then bring the arms down. So one more. Up while I'm here. So now we're going to do a little bit of leg work while we're here. This is actually going to be on the move. So we do this in classes, and it's raising the leg in 3 positions. So I'll just demonstrate from the side. You can have the poles up or down. So starting with the left leg, foot flexed, growing nice and tall, just lifting and holding, and then you slowly raise it up as high as you feel comfortable, trying to keep your back straight. Hold it for the count of 1, 2, 3, and then lower it. All right, and then you can do a step forward. So we'll see if this works, if I can be on the move. So other leg, first position, slowly raise it as high as you feel comfortable. Hold for 1, 2, 3, down, and step. So trying again on this side, into the first position without the poles this time, up to the second position, holding for 1, 2, 3. You're really pulling in your tummy, you're really squeezing your bottom. Slowly to the next position. I'll do one more step going this way. So first position, slowly raising, high as you can, ankle working hard, spread the toes as a supporting leg, shouldn't look round, slowly down and step. So I'm going to do one more walk across the camera. So left leg this time, first position, holding, lengthening, pulling the tummy in, raising as high as you feel comfortable. 1, 2, 3, slowly down and step. So it's testing your balance, it's making everything work really hard. So slowly up to the height. 1, 2, 3, slowly down and step. So 2 more, 1 on each side. 1, 2, 3, slowly lower, step, and 1 more. 1, 1, 2, 3, hold, slowly lower, and stepping down. And then next we're just going to do one of our wall angels. We've also done this as a W in class, and sometimes we've used the wall. Again, this is a really nice back stretch and chest opener. So we're going to stand sort of about half a foot away from the wall, and we're going to have our bottoms leaning against the wall. Encourage the small of your back against the wall, so tucking your tummy in and your tailbone under, shoulders against the wall, And again, if you're able to, but you might not find this comfortable, your back of your head against the wall. We don't want our chin sticking out, we want our chin tucked in. So again, if you need to take your head off the wall by a couple of inches, that's more than all right. The idea is that we're going to have the ultimate position, and the reason for using a wall when we're doing this is that we can actually feel how far back our hands need to be. If you're not able to get your hands against the wall, hold them a few inches in front of the wall. So we're going to breathe out, we're going to breathe in and then breathe out as we go down. So we're going to bring our elbows to our waist. And in as we go up. If you need to have your hands wider, that's fine. Otherwise, have them going up and down vertically. So breathing in, breathing out. You will find it very difficult to keep your hands right on the wall, as I'm proving, but it's a really good gauge of how far back we need to try and encourage ourselves. Brilliant. As long as your shoulder blades are on the wall, that's the most important thing. So last two. And hold. You feel that stretch across your shoulder blades. So pinching together. Last one. Big breath out. Bring the hands down, push away from the wall, come into another shoulder roll. So we'll finish off with our stretches while we're here. So either use something to lean on or your poles. I'm going to stretch off the front of the thigh, which we've worked hard when we were lifting up the legs. So as before, encouraging that hip forward. You can balance if you want to, or you can have something to keep you upright. So breathing into the stretch, squeezing the bottom, putting the tummy in. Brilliant. And then onto the other side, picking up the other foot, encouraging that hip forward. Really feeling the stretch all the way up into the hip. A few more breaths. Fantastic. And then we'll do a few big shoulder rolls. Brilliant. And forwards. And we'll bring our arm across our body, hook it over and draw those shoulders down. Feel that stretch into the shoulder. Again, breathing into it, increasing the stretch. And over to the other side. Finding what's comfortable and what works for you. Brilliant. Really well done. Big shoulder roll, backwards and forwards, and big breath in. So really well done. Big shoulder roll, backwards and forward, big breath in. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye bye.